Whenever I'm in the shop and I'm looking for a small part, a small screw or nut or a piece of hardware, I invariably drop it and it bounces God knows where. It ends up in the back, so I don't even bother looking for it. I'll just try to find another screw that matches the one I dropped. But often, you don't have a matching part, right? So you have to find it. So how do you do that? Well, one way is to use a shop vac. Now, of course, if you just vacuum it up, it ends up in the canister and you have to sift through all the dust and dirt to find it. So here's a better way. What you do is get a pair of pantyhose and cut off the leg of the pantyhose. Now, if you don't have access to pantyhose, you can go out and buy something called trouser socks. I didn't even know these things existed, and I thought all socks were trouser socks, but these are trouser socks. You can find these only like $2 or $3. You can find them at any department store. They're little short sections of pantyhose, I guess. Kind of like knee socks, but they're pantyhose material. What you do is you stretch it over the wand of the vacuum, and you take the toe section and just stuff it in there. And what you're creating, of course, is a little trap that's going to catch those small parts. The air will pass straight through, but hopefully the small part you drop will get trapped inside. So let's see if I can find that part. Turn on the vacuum, and here we go. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Oh, there's a hardware I dropped, but an old earplug. I was wondering whatever happened to that. So as you can see, most of the dust passes clean through there, and all the parts get trapped behind, which is a lot easier than getting on your hands and knees and trying to look for that part without the vacuum. Now stay tuned for a bonus tip on how to really efficiently store all your small parts. One of the very best ways to store small parts, I'm talking about like nuts and bolts and screws, little pieces of hardware, anything like that, are in small plastic cases like this. These are made by a company called Plano, and they're designed for fishing tackle, but they work great in the workshop. They come divided, and then they have these little separate dividers that you can slip in. So you can store long items, or you can put 2 or 3 of these dividers to divide it into spaces. And they're clear, so you can see through them, see what's in there. They snap close really securely. This one even has a little tab, so you can hang it on a wall or something like that. Here are a couple that I've been using. This one has tiny screws and finishing washers. And again, I got dividers in there. This one is machine screws. There's a slightly larger one. That's the other nice thing. These come in all different sizes. Some of them are only like 3 or 4 inches wide. You can see how neatly that is. How else would you store all these parts without a container like this? I'm Joe Truini, and we created this channel to help homeowners like you with all your home improvement projects. Please support the channel by liking and subscribing. Thanks a lot.